Hello everybody, and welcome to part 13 of my Final Fantasy VII Let's Play. And we continue on with the flashback stuff here. As you can see, this is part 2. So in the last episode there, Cloud kind of told his first part there, and we ended with I don't really remember. I think it was right after we fell asleep. And then we said when Barrett asked if we wanted to take a break. That's what we did there. There we go. Nailed it. So anyways, so this is the next day in the flashback, and so this is the mansion, the Shinra mansion. And it was told that Sephiroth was kind of just hiding himself in there and all that. So so one thing I want to mention, I'm gonna be cutting down like some travel in this flashback here. It's just the same old stuff of going down here and then back up again. This first time here on this, I'm showing how, it's just how to get down there. I mean, it's straightforward, but on the way back and back up and then back down, I will be cutting down the thing there, so it's saving time with the video here, so I can crunch everything down, because there's going to be a lot of cutting in the future here, so just kind of bear with it. So Sephiroth here is he's reading all the books in the library here, and I guess this is where he kind of finds out that Jenova is his mother. Well, I mean, he already knew Jenova was his mother, but like he kind of finds out more information about where things have happened with like Jenova and all that. So so he's just kind of, I guess, fighting out a truth and kind of going mad a little bit here, but I don't know, it's whatever. So I'm gonna cut here to when as soon as Cloud wakes up here, I'm just gonna cut to when I'm back down near the entrance to the library again. So BRB.
A few moments later.
So here we are, and I guess Sephiroth is kind of laughing. And he makes some accusations and all that stuff, and I mean, you can just read the text here, So, basically what Sephiroth is talking about is, when the ancients were on the planet, I guess, I don't know, some of them, actually left, I guess to the Promised Land, and others stayed behind. At least I think that's what's going on. And then the ones that stayed behind, they just settled on, well, this planet, and you got what is built today in their, well, in the present time here. And that's why we have most of the cities around and all that. And then, so Genova came and crashed, well, I guess at this point in time it was 2,000 years ago. It's kind of like how we think of Jesus, like, oh, it was 2,000 years ago, but I don't know. But, so, it was 2,000 years ago from this point in time, maybe a little bit earlier, actually, because of that, but, But, I don't know, it's whatever. So anyways, we gotta get on the mansion here, so we'll cut to when we're close to that, so BRB.
A few inches later.
So once you get out, you'll see that everything, well, as you can see, everything's on fire! So, Sephiroth just kind of really went into the deep end there, and he burnt this place down. And, basically, this whole town got destroyed. And you'll see, a little bit later on what happens to this town. It's actually something you don't really, don't find out until you read, some little piece of paper. And here's the trailer shot. This is a famous shot right here. No fucks given about the heat. But, so anyways, when you come back here, like, way later, in Tifa's house, there's a piece of paper on her desk in her bedroom, and it explains what happened to, the town. And, we'll read that later once I get to it. So anyways, we're going back to the reactor here, because Sephiroth wanted to go, well, Genova is over in the thing there, so, and this is what I was talking about in the previous part. You saw this when we were, I believe it's going to the Sector 5 bombing. Not really sure what sector it was, but it was after the first mission there, and then we went to the next one. And when Barrett freaked out and trying to put the bomb, well, close to putting the bomb there, we saw this little scene there. So anyways, yeah, Genova's body is here, and that's what he's going after. I guess he's trying to release his mother. And that wasn't a really good idea there, Tifa. She wasn't really good with a sword there. So, yeah. I mean, considering how long Sephiroth's sword is, it's surprised she's not, like, cut in two or something like that. And I'm actually surprised that she, is still alive. Because, like, obviously she's still alive. I guess she only got hurt only really bad to the point where she survives later or was able to recover from it, but I don't know. So now we're finally able to see what's inside the door. I guess this is where they're housing, like, the main, I guess this is, well, actually, I'm getting my things mixed up. This is actually where her whole, where Genova's whole body was placed there. I guess they were, here they were, doing the experiments, but then when this, incident happened, they moved Genova's place, well, her body, and other pieces around the world there. Or I should say, they moved it to Midgar, and I guess eventually her body parts got sliced up, and I don't know. You'll see later. I'll explain when we fight Genova for the first time here. So. So, a little fun fact, the little mantle that says Genova right there, that actually is a trademark thing. It wasn't discovered until Avid Children came around and they recreated that scene there. And it was more like high def and you can read it. And it just says, reserved copyrighted by Squaresoft Company and all that stuff. I can't remember what exactly it says, but it's just basically a copyright little thing. So, little neat little Easter egg. So now Sephiroth thinks that he's so-called chosen one.
Chosen one!
Now he's the one that's supposed to dominate the planet or whatever, I don't know. He's gone crazy, you know, so it's... What do you expect? Well, I'll just put it there. That's the end of his story, and that's supposed to tip you off that his story ain't right because he doesn't finish it. And he also says that he doesn't remember, which he's trying to hide something. So I would just throughout this walkthrough here, just kind of, keep that in mind. That be suspicious of Cloud's story there, because Tifa is already being skeptic already, but she's keeping quiet because I don't know, I guess she just doesn't want to make a big deal out of it. But so basically Cloud's excuse was is that they fought and I guess Cloud didn't get killed by him, and I guess he just walked away, and the end. And then he died mysteriously. According to Cloud anyway, so. So Barrett still has no idea what is going on after all that, and so this kind of gives this kind of a segue to get going here. It wasn't really a stab, it was more like a slice there, Tifa. I'm surprised you weren't cut in half or something. And then I kind of just like, oh wow, that was a fantastic story. So, whoever you didn't take, the two party members will be right there, and, so they give you, this, PHS, which, fun fact, it's, in Japan, they actually have a PHS, and it's like a phone help service, and well, I'll tell you here after I cut here, because gonna be saving here and cutting past it. So
20 minutes later.
actually, it's not saving. It's actually getting to I just cut way past me walking around and trying to find this specific battle to get more enemy skills, and I learned it right away there. So that was the one I was trying to get. Walking around. There's only a few. There's only two that you can get at this point, which is that metric magic and that level 4 suicide thing there. Now that level 4 suicide, if your levels are multiples of 4, then you will get hurt very badly, and you will get mini, I believe. And Barrett just learned Mind Blow there. So anyways, so yeah, if you're multiples of 4, you will get hit, and you will get mini and all that stuff. So, but so yeah, I was trying to. Those two are the only ones that you can get right now. The next one is in the cave, just a little bit ahead. And this is kind of weird right here, not just visually. You're supposed to do the I think just the normal work, and they do this little dance. It usually goes on for a little bit longer, but for me it just kind of got to a point, and then it just kind of cut off, and then it stopped, which I'm glad, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, so we just got our first summon materia. The Chocobo Mog thing there. It's a wind element. And right now I'm actually trying to figure out if I want to put it on Cloud here. I was just seeing if I could. But eventually I give it to Barrett. I take off the cover materia because I'm just like, I already leveled it up once, and yeah, and just put it there. So Barrett gets the first summon there, and I believe I give a look around on my materia there, so you guys can see how far along my materia is. So just kind of enjoy that for a little bit. So I believe right now most of my materia is not quite close to being leveled up here, except for maybe one, which is I think is on Barrett, but eh. So we're supposed to go in the back here. You can't go into the house there and talk to the guy near, but he doesn't really do anything. He'll just tell you to go in the barn if you want to talk to about getting chocobos. So, this guy here, or I think it's a kid. I don't know, the way that the model is, it looks like a kid. But, you talk to this person here, and this is where you learn about chocobos. You can ask around, but I don't. So, and that will lead into getting the chocobo materia, chocobo lure materia. Which we need because, well, I don't need it, but you'll probably most likely need it because you need to get across the little marsh section there. Because the monster that you fight with it is very strong. But since since my levels are a little bit higher than usual, I will be able to do it. Just barely, by the way. You'll see that in this video. So as you saw there, I've got some greens there because I thought at first I was gonna use the chocobo lure materia, I get across, but I'm like, you know what? I want to actually get the next enemy skill technique. If you're able to survive it, you'll be able to get it. Well, survive it and beat the enemy. Which I'm actually going to be doing here in just a moment here. I'm going through my my equipment here. And what I'm doing is I'm putting the fire materia and the elemental in Cloud's armor because the enemy skill that the enemy does is fire based, and that will cut down on the damage. So here we go. I thought I was actually gonna make it all the way across without it hitting me, and I was very close. And it is possible to get across without it actually touching you. But so this is the enemy, and the way that you gotta activate the you know, for the enemy to actually do the spell there, which is called beta. You gotta get its HP down to, I think it's like 1/3. And what it will do is, at some point, it will get taller, like that. And that's when it's telling you, okay, I'm gonna do my, I might do my beta magic, or I might, well, another thing it does is it will knock, it will knock one of your enemies, or not your enemies, one of your party members out of battle. And, which, actually is a safety net for you, because if you lose, then it will just put you back, before the marsh. But, so, right here, Tifa gets knocked out, which I don't mind. So here's the spell here, and you'll see Barrett get killed off. And I tried to revive Barrett, but it does not work. You'll see. I'll be trying to revive him and then try to kill him, but it doesn't work. As you can see there, I only have 13 left, and it just barely made it. So, woohoo! So that little cut there was, I was just reviving beer, and I used a tent and got everybody else sorted. So then when you go near this cave there, you'll get this. And you don't have to talk to everybody here. You can just go up or down from the screen there and move on. So, we're in this cave now here, and this is where I was talking about with getting the two things we needed, and here's the long-range materia. I am actually going to put that on Barrett, because his weapon that he currently has is short range, so figured I would take off my heal materia, because it's not really progressing. And you just put on the long range. So there's two other things that we're gonna need, which will be in this battle right here. One of the things, anyways. One thing is an enemy skill which is called flamethrower, which is from the flying enemy there. And the other thing is something that we need to steal from an enemy. So we'll be cutting. Well, I'll be showing that you know which enemy it is that that you steal. It's a weapon for Tifa, so that will last her for a good while. So right here, I'm just killing off the rest of the enemies there, so I don't have to wait on them. So, luckily, I got he did it on Cloud there, so so now I can end this battle here. And I believe I have it's not this one. Oh no, that's right. I was thinking about Bear getting his next limit break tier, but I think I got that way back. And basically, Bear's next one, if I didn't show it yet, I'm not really sure, but his next one is called Mind Blow. And it's just basically like his big shot, except it's blue, and it does it takes away MP instead, so it's nothing really fantastic. So you'll see me here walk around, and the first battle that I come across is what I do need. I actually in this battle here, my steal rate was actually 100% for some reason, because the first time I stealed from these guys, I got the weapon, and that was it, and I was all done. I'm just like, yay! So that was exactly what I needed. That Grand Glove there is for Tifa, and that will last her for a good while. And I guess apparently I didn't equip it right away, but I do later. I'm not sure why. So we run into a few of the Turks here. And so we got Rude and Alina up there. An upper right there. She's a new member. And, you know, I'm not really sure why we encounter them here. It's just kind of... They're just there to just say, hey, we're here to stop you, don't get in our way. Now, bye! And that was it, you know, and I did, I guess this new character kind of spews out some information that she wasn't supposed to, and it kind of gives us a hint on where we're supposed to go. So, So, yeah, they're just telling us to that they're here to stop Sephiroth and to stop us from doing whatever either are doing. So, Well, yeah, when you see stuff in blue letters there, that means it's important, and that's where I guess technically we're supposed to be going. Guess it's this game's version of a little hint. So, a thing here is, Sung here has a little thing for Aerith, and, so this is why he's asking about Aerith right now. And, we don't have her in our party yet, so he's like, where is she? And we just, you know, we're just like, fuck off! So yeah, if you go over here, there's just a few items here. And I kept this last part of the battle here because I think this is where actually Tifa gets her second tier thing there. I left that in because she gets her next one there. Just gonna show it out there. But so anyways, once we get out of the cave here, I'll be saving, and this will be the end of the video there. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video there. So take care.